You didn't see that coming?
This is Brian with Screenphiles.com and my 2 cents. Could we stop for a minute pretending that Alien, the original Ridley Scott feature, is better than Galaxy of Terror? Now keep in mind, Galaxy of Terror came after Aliens. In fact, it was kind of a knockoff of Aliens, and I get that, but it's a better movie. When I say better, I don't mean in terms of production value. I don't mean in terms of budget. Because Galaxy of Terror was a significantly cheaper movie. Hell, it was from New World Pictures. Now keep in mind something. New World Pictures does not have any money. It's Roger Corman. Roger Corman does not spend money, at least a lot of it, on productions. He just doesn't. So let's stop assuming that there would be parody there, because there's not. And anyone that expects it to be the case is out there gored. It's not going to happen. But think about it, though. Alien is essentially a haunted house story with a monster. That's Alien. And it's not bad, and it does what it does with a certain degree of efficiency. But the problem is, there's not a lot to it. Now there's the aspect of Ash, the android who's working for Weyland-Yutani with the goal of bringing home to Earth, that is, the alien. That's interesting, but that's not the hugest angle of the story, frankly. It's more of a subplot. The big part of the story is the alien itself, and the alien is a fantastic creature, don't get me wrong. The alien is awesome, but the thing is, that's H.R. Giger. That's Mobius. That's not the movie in and of itself. By way of example, if you judge X-Men Days of Future Past by the Quicksilver scenes, and you're certainly welcome to do that, but at the same time, Quicksilver was a deus ex machina. He was literally there to pull their fat out of the f***ing fire, and he's gone. He serves no other purpose than that. And in the long run, to have such a character in the movie does a disservice to the movie. And the same thing applies to the work of H.R. Giger and Mobius and everyone else. What it illustrates is that Ridley Scott, like a brilliant conductor, is really good at gathering the elements together to make an effective movie. This is what a director does. A director presents a vision and they chart a way forward to achieve said vision. That's it. They're not the production designers. Typically, I've never heard of a director that also production designs. They're not the cinematographer, though there are directors that are also cinematographers. Peter Hyam, R.I.P., to give an example. So, Ridley Scott is a conductor, and he conducted a brilliant orchestra. But the thing is, Galaxy of Terror is a better movie. Not, as I said, budget-wise, because it had no money, but story-wise, it's so much more interesting. It's so much more engaging. It does things that Alien doesn't do. If you judge a movie based on exclusively the money that goes into it, you're going to miss a lot of great movies, because there are a lot of great movies that don't have a lot of money pumped into them, but are really interesting in terms of character, in terms of storyline, in terms of just the voice that they speak with. And Galaxy of Terror is one of those movies. It's not a great movie by any stretch. I don't know, the worm rape scene is a bit much. But conceptually speaking, it's brilliant, and I wish Alien were as engaging as Galaxy of Terror. By way of example, I own Alien, and Aliens for that matter. It's a cold and distant kind of movie. It's well shot, it's gorgeous to look at, and it's interesting. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's not. But there's not a lot to it. While Galaxy of Terror is more complex, it has more potential to go to more interesting places than Alien could ever go to. And I credit Ridley Scott to be able to gather those elements together. But it doesn't change the fact that if you took that away, Alien would be a significantly lesser movie than it is. It wouldn't be bad. It would still be interesting, but it just would not be as good. It lacks the ambition, the scope of a Galaxy of Terror. It throws a lot on the plate, and not all of it works. Again, gotta bring up the worm scene. It's kind of trashy. The actress who did it, though, class act, good for her. I'm not sure a lot of people could have pulled that off, frankly. But on the whole, it's not a great movie, but you can see where it was going, and that makes it brilliant in some ways. While Alien had the budget, it had the resources, had the studio backing to be what it is, which is essentially a haunted house movie in space. And I give it credit for that. Again, I don't mean to diminish Alien. It does what it does competently, but it doesn't aspire to anything more. While Galaxy of Terror is ambitious, it's interesting, its production design is fascinating, it hints at all kinds of great little details that will likely never come to pass, but it's such a fascinating movie. I can watch Galaxy of Terror, I don't own it yet, but I fully intend to do so, again and again. Alien, I've seen it, I don't really feel the need to watch it again because it doesn't give me anything else. Galaxy of Terror is more interesting, has something more to give every time you see it. For me, that's what a good movie is all about, and why Galaxy of Terror, despite coming after the fact and being inspired by Ridley Scott's Alien, is a better movie. This is Brian with Screenphiles and my 2 cents. Peace.